what's the difference between predictive and generative AI? And I think that term, those terms are starting to get a little bit more traction, and people are starting to understand the distinction. But Bob, maybe real briefly, just what's the difference between predictive and generative AI?
So predictive is sometimes predictive is embedded into the generative AI output, but basically predictive is anything that's looking at historical patterns and looking at probability and coming up with scores and things like that. That's all based on historical data and numeric patterns and things like that. So that's basically trying to literally predict what will happen based on prior information. Whereas generative is generally like it's literally generating new content, and there's obviously mathematical models into how it does that. But when you're, for example, in Curately, if you're using a conversational chatbot, and that conversation, that natural language that's generated is generative AI, even though it may, depending on the question that you're asking or the nature of the interaction, it may have some predictive stuff behind the scenes. But it's really, are you coming up with a score and you're helping and using that to help humans make decisions? Hopefully, and I say that hoping that humans are always involved in decision making, right? That they aren't not autonomously making decisions, especially when it comes to talent. But yeah, generative has sort of come into our vernacular with the launch of ChatGPT. I think it's like exactly 2 years ago, and it's not. I don't want people to get confused. Like responsible AI sort of entered our vernacular around that time as well. So I don't want people to get confused. Responsible AI is whatever the AI algorithm is. It's not directly associated with generative AI, but at all.
Sure.
Predictive modeling is a mathematical. It's been existing for a very long time. All these weather models and all of that, stock market predictions, they're all very predictive. There's logistic and regular regressions and all of that. The generative came with the language. So that's the very, very simple difference. I think Bob explained it very well.